here, I'm here. Oh God, I just love that song so much. Hope you're well on a Sunday morning. Thanks for joining me here for Tea for Two, where pretty much I go live on or Tea for 10. I go live on a Sunday for 10 minutes in the hope that someone joins me, and you always seem to, which is great. And I have a little bit of craft ready to go, but really this is a back and forth Q&A session. You can ask me all the questions you want. If you are new, type new in the comments because I want to meet you. If you have a question, please type it in caps, and that way it'll just make me a lot easier to see it in the comments. Today, I'm going to be making a notebook, a personalized notebook for a gift, and also a personalized keychain for a gift as well. So again, let me know in the comments what you are making, what you've made. Are you making a lot more this year? I'm definitely crafting more this year than I have previous years, which is kind of exciting. I've got lots still to make, but I've been very busy. I've got a brand new niece. I've been making a lot for her, but I've been making stuff that I wouldn't normally make as well, which is really exciting. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys are up to. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, you don't know who I am, my name's Paul from Scissors Paper Paul on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. And let me know, I will make sure you follow me on those other socials as well, because I share like the files from today. I'll share on my Facebook page, and lots of other great information on there as well. If you like this video and you got something out of it, hit the like button, and also make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss out on any content going forward. And I can tell you that straight after this video, I'm going to be recording a really cool video, very short one. It's only going to be probably a few minutes long, but if you like tips and tricks for Cricut Design Space, you are not going to want to miss this, because this is the tip of 2020. Not everyone has it yet, but it's coming out in the new release, and I'm going to share it with you as soon as I can do a quick recording after this, and then I'll post it on YouTube. So again, hit the subscribe button and then you won't miss out. Some breaking news, not a lot this week, but lots of competition. So Harvey Norman are giving away, I think, a Cricut Joy as well as an Easy Press Mini. We're using our Cricut Joy today. Cricut Australia and New Zealand, make sure you're following them on Instagram and Facebook. They are also giving away, well, they'll be doing lots of giveaways leading up to Christmas, and they've got 2 infusable packs, one for you and one for a friend, up for grabs. So make sure that you're entering those. Again, if you go to Scissors Paper Paul on Facebook, just scroll down. The last few posts will be all about those competitions and how you can enter. Good luck. Let me know if you win. And also, if you're a member of Cricut for Australians, or if you're not a member of Cricut for Australians, jump on over to Facebook and join that group. Again, link is in the description below. And you can make sure that you go to the announcement section and make sure that you enter a competition to win a $200 voucher for Laser Blanks, which is amazing. So thank you, Laser Blanks, for that. It's so wonderful. But yeah, let's dive in and let's have a look at some of your comments. Oh, we've got Debbie from Michigan. Thanks, Jean. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, welcome these newbies. Make sure we say hi. Erin's new but old, new to the YouTube channel but old for Cricut for Australians. I've been kicking around there for ages. I've been making personalised diaries for teachers' gifts again this year. Brilliant. So this diary that I'm making is actually for a friend's daughter that we'll be spending Christmas with up in Brisbane. Yay, because we can get to travel now. And really excited to make this for her. She's obsessed with palm trees. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. I've already sort of done the back there, but there's a palm there. And I'm actually going to show you how I designed the front, and then we're going to do the application as well. But really great affordable gifts there. Suzette's asking, do you keep separate blades for paper and vinyl? I don't, but people do. The first thing that when the cuts aren't getting nice and clean, when I see that in the groups, first thing I ask is, how old is your blade? Look, people, I know a lot of you probably do subscribe to the stabbing it in the tin foil or aluminium foil, whatever you call it, to sharpen your blades. I actually don't believe that actually makes a speck of difference. I think it definitely cleans your blade. I don't think it's ever been effective enough for me with my blades. I swap them out typically around every 3 months, and I use pretty regular use. I mean, I'm not a seller, but I'm crafting every week. And mostly paper and vinyl, I suppose, probably 50-50 these days. And yeah, so swapping them out every 3 months. I mean, I know they're not cheap, but I think, you know, to go through for a year, I think it's a reasonable expense to incur, I think. But lots of people do, and if you do, some people put like a little dab of nail polish on the end of the blade, like take the blade out and just put a little bit dab of nail polish on there to colour it so they know which one's which. Hi Joe. Have a little look. Awesome. Brilliant. All right, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Design Space. I'm just going to show you, I've got my Easy Press turned on, but I just wanted to show you how I created the front cover that we're going to do the application for today. And first things first, I wanted to, well actually what I should do first is actually measure my notebook to get a bit of a template. So I don't really want to go further than 5.5 inches by around 7.5. So that's going to be my template. So I'm just going to add a shape and we'll just do a square. And then I'm going to unlock that and we'll change the dimensions to 5.5 inches. Now, if I'm doing it inches, you can do it in whatever you like to craft in. If you want to do centimeters, that's fine. But this just gives me, I'll change it to gray. So that's basically the cover of our book. All right, so let's, sorry, you can't see what I'm actually doing. So here we are, I've just created added a square, unlocked it, and then just changed the width and the height. So it now mimics my my notebook. Then we're going to add some elements here. So let's jump in and grab an image. And she's obsessed with palm trees. So I think I just searched for palm I think. And we'll find the one that I actually use. Lots of palm images, lots and lots. But I really, really liked this one here. Okay, to the right, and I'm just going to insert that. Oh, got two. Get rid of that one. Okay, so nice image here, and I can sort of rotate it to get it to what I kind of want it to look like, to really sort of filling that notebook, but I want to personalize this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the young girl's name, and her name is Faith. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to add some text, and in capitals, I'm just going to type in Faith. And I'm going to change the font, and I search, pretty sure it was Huxley, this one here. I just liked it. And so I can sort of resize that again, just working out what's going to work best for me. So again, just, you know, at this stage, just trying to get everything sized up and positioned as well. And the next thing that I want to do is I wanted to put a frame around it. So I'm actually going to take a circle. And a really great tip, if you are using solid shapes and you want to make sure that what's behind it actually does fit, you can actually change the line type on the top here to draw. And now I can actually see through it. So it's basically transparent. I'm going to unlock this, and then I'm just going to make my oval shape to one that I'm happy with. Okay, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to change it back to cut, and now it's a solid shape. Now using Control C or Command C or right click copy, and then undo. So basically Control C or Command C to copy, and then Control V or Command V to paste. We're just going to get a duplicate of this image. Now this original one is about 3.5 inches wide. So with this other one, I'm just going to make it 1/2 inch wider. So we'll make this one 4 inches. And then with this other one that's sitting in the back, I'm going to right click and send to front. And I'm going to select these two. And then I'm going to go up to the top, arrange, sorry, align, center. And then going down to the bottom, to the right, I'm going to click slice. And now I've got my nice oval shape, which I'm now going to select Faith. I'll just move this over here. So I'm going to choose this, both the name Faith and my frame, and I'm going to align, center, and then I'm going to attach those so that they are going to effectively cut all together. Now I'm going to change these colors because I'm using these beautiful foil iron-ons, and one of them, oh, yep, actually, yep, I'm going to, yep, that's fine, that's attached, yep. So we're going to make this beautiful purple color, and then we're going to make the gold palm leaf a lighter purple. So effectively, this is starting to look what it's going to look like. Now, I could layer, well actually I can't layer foil on foil because foil needs to be the top layer, but you could layer, you know, if you had standard iron-on the base, you could put foil on top of it, but it's a bit messy. As you can see, I can't really see what, I mean, Faith is going to be, you know, you're not going to be very visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the right-hand panel, I'm going to select my frame, and I'm going to, again, Control-C or Command-C, copy, and then paste a copy of this. And then I'm going to go down right-hand side to the contour, and I'm just going to, why am I not doing that? Yep, there we go. So making a solid shape. Actually, I want to make the outer contour. Okay, this will do anyway. We'll make another copy, and I want to fill that in. Okay, so this is now a solid shape, the same size as our frame. Now, it was 4 inches. I'm now going to make that 1/2 inch wider. So now this is a little bit bigger than what I've got set up here with the name. I'm now going to move this onto my palm leaf, and I'm going to select the palm leaf, and I'm actually going to align and center that as well. And with both of them selected, I'm going to come down to the bottom, and I'm going to select slice. So what we're effectively doing here is we're removing a section of the palm leaf so that we can slot in our name there, Faith. So it's nice and visible, and it's basically like a cutout or a knockout effect. So just check your comments. That made sense to anyone. If anyone had any questions. All good. Okay, so that's our design. So that's what we did, and now we're going to do the application. So we'll jump over into, well, I know there's a heat guide, so if you go to cricut.com/heat guide, you can get all of the settings that you need for your easy press. And with this particular book, so this is from Spotlight. I got it on sale, in the recent sale. I think it cost me about, I want to say, I don't know, a couple of bucks. It was, as I say, it was on sale. Very, very affordable. And it's PU leather, which is polyurethane or something weird. And I just put it in as faux leather, a foil iron-on. It was 150 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds firm pressure. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make sure I'm weeding this from the right side, might actually help. Just weed this. This is what I love about working with iron-on, and particularly when you do it onto like cardstock or card type products, is that you can be quite forceful with, you don't have to be very delicate with iron-on, which is nice. Don't want to be too rough, but so there's one piece. And just get this out there. So everyone's liking this slice idea. Just means that it's going to really pop, and then you're going to see that detail. And as you can see on the back, I've already done a really nice full-sized leaf. So you're getting that beautiful effect with that foil on both sides. And what we'll do first, we'll apply the name, and then we will do, so we'll do this in parts. And while the first part is cooling down, we can move on to our next project. What are you guys working on today? What's crafting? Christmas, are you still doing Christmas? Are you doing New Year's? Are you thinking about back to school? What's going on in your world? Okay, so making sure that that's centered. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we've got an easy press mat. With our first application, easy press right on top. 150 degrees, 14 seconds. I think it's 300 degrees Fahrenheit. All crocheting. Hey, Erica. So we'll do this. And this is a PU leather. It's more faux leathery than plasticky. You know how some of them that PU can be a little bit plasticky. So that's not this. And that's why I wasn't too worried about going, for the 15 seconds. If it was a bit more plasticky, I might even do it with the mini, or I just do shorter bursts, but absolutely application, totally fine. So we'll just let that cool down and we'll do the second application. While we're doing that, we'll work on our next project, getting that set up. You can help me first. So we're going to use a Cricut Joy for our next project. And I found this beautiful sampler, which is the beachside sampler. It's got beautiful sort of coral colors, teal, mint, a tulip color, and tangerine. And I thought I was going to use for the keyring, for the back of it, for the little swash or the brush stroke, I was going to use the mint. And then I thought, well, I'll use the coral for the name because that's kind of coordinating. But then I found this in my scraps. And as you know, at the moment, I'm going through all my scraps. This beautiful pink shimmer. So do we go the mint and the pink or the mint and the coral? Let me know what you guys think. And we're going to do that. And again, that's what I love about these Cricut Joy samplers. Well, all the samplers really, is that they all coordinate together, which is really, really cute. And you don't have to buy rolls and rolls and rolls of vinyl. Okay, lots of people doing Christmas crafting. Christmas presents. Oh, ugly sweater for the dog, love it. Lots of really fun stuff. Awesome, well done, guys. All right, so I think we're going mint and pink. All right, fantastic. That's what I think as well. So I'm just going to go back to my projects. Oh, we've got a mint and coral, but then we've got more mint and pink. I'm going to customize this. Replace. Pink. All right, we're going to go pink. Thanks, guys. We'll blow this up so we can see a little bit better. But effectively, these little blanks. So this part I got is from Exo Blanks, which I've got a link in the description. But the little tassel is actually one from Laser Blanks. And again, the links are all in the description for those. If you're interested in those, definitely check them out. The white circle I just made as a bit of a guide. It's about 2 inches in diameter. So that just meant that I could size everything up. Now, the one thing to note, because it is a clear acrylic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this swash part, this mint piece, on the back side. Yeah. So the reason I mention that is because if you're going to put vinyl on the back that is going to show through the front, you want to make sure that it's the same color on both sides. Because if you go for some shimmers or the metallics, they are not the same color on both sides. So the mint definitely is. So just something to bear in mind. Of course, you can put it on the front as well, but this is just going to make it a lot more smoother application. Okay, so let's fire up the old Joy. Actually, I might just do our other application here. I'm sorry, I realized I'm not. So here I was talking about the mint piece. So we want to make sure that, again, it's the same color, both sides. So let's go back to the overhead. So we've got our first vinyl foil iron-on layer, which is the dark purple foil. You can see that gorgeous color, nice and shiny. And then we'll put on our palm leaf. Making sure that it is intended as we sliced. There we go. All right. So again, easy press on, firm pressure. Off we go. And then we can let this cool down, and then we'll cut our next piece. What I'm also going to show you, what I'll also show you is in Design Space, because we're going to use some smart vinyl, I am going to show you a little trick as well, which hopefully will work. So let's get started. I'm going to remove my easy press mat. We don't need that anymore. So I'll go back into Design Space, and let's get started. And we're going to cut the name first. So we'll click Make It. We'll go to the name. Oh, I'm going to select the right machine. That might help. So let's go back here. Customize. So we'll select Cricut Joy, and then we're going to click Make It. Now with this piece, we're going to do it multiple ways. So with this part, we're going to do with a matte, okay, because this is shimmer vinyl. Get my matte here, okay, and then we're going to click Continue, and then we'll follow all of those prompts. So we're just going to take off our protective cover. We all know about that. Pop on our shimmer vinyl. Okay. Now, I don't believe there is a shimmer vinyl option, so I'm just going to search for shimmer in Design Space. Yep, so we've got smart vinyl shimmer, and we've got shimmer paper. So because this is standard shimmer vinyl, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just do premium vinyl, and I'm just going to do premium vinyl, done, and I'm going to give it a little bit more pressure. And the reason I'm doing that is because with the smart vinyl, it has a thicker backing. So I don't necessarily want it to cut too hard. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, all right? So again, we'll just go back to the overheads. Pop in our mat. And then wait for that to come up and click Go. And then we'll let that cut. Now I'm going to open up a new window here. Let me just do. Then I'm going to go back into this design, and I'll blow this up a little bit. Now, what I want to do for this green piece is, because with the smart vinyl, if I put this in, obviously it's going to cut this little swash here, and I'm going to lose all of that valuable real estate and waste that vinyl. And as you know, at the moment, I'm on a real kind of use up my scraps, all of that sort of stuff. All of these are packages that have all been opened already. I'm not using up any more vinyl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a weeding box that effectively is going to cut around the actual cutout as well on here, and that will enable me hopefully to be able to pick up this transfer just of this little cutout area, and then next time I can use the other side to cut another design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a shape, and there's going to be a square, and remember what I said, go up to line type, change it from cut to draw, and then I can see through it. And then I can just position the square around here, okay? And then I'm going to change it to cut. I'm going to right click, I'm going to send it to back, select both, and I'm going to attach. All right, so it's changed color, it doesn't really matter. I'll change it back to mint. Doesn't really matter what color it looks on the screen, because when I go to cut, of course, I can cut it based on whatever I like. So I'm just going to go back to this other window and unload this mat. And then I'm going to cancel that cut because we've been doing it over here now. I'll move this one in the way. Okay. So then we'll click Make It. And obviously you would have done this ahead of time when you're doing the design. And we're going to go down to this one without a mat. And we're going to click Continue. And this time we're going to choose the Smart Permanent Vinyl, because that's what we've got. And then we just again follow the instructions. I'll just go to the overhead, feed that in. And then on my screen it's telling me to click Go, which I'm going to do. And we'll get busy getting ready to do these applications. So I'm just going to trim off my name here. A teeny tiny name. I love shimmer vinyl, it's beautiful to work with. It's permanent. I'm just going to get my weeding tool. I think someone's saying that they love the weeding boxes, so handy. But again, particularly with the smart vinyl, because otherwise you can waste a little bit. And I mentioned before, obviously using up scraps. I've challenged myself at least until the end of the year. In most cases, I'm only going to use scraps if I can. There is maybe one project that I'm going to have to, I bought something specific for this project, but otherwise, so far so good. And that's why, to be honest, you're seeing a lot of the same colors. I know we've seen a lot of this pink shimmer, we've seen a lot of the purple, we've seen a lot of the foils. I mean, they're gorgeous colors and they suit the projects, but the reason also being that I'm trying to use up all my scraps. And the same goes for my transfer tape as well, using up scraps. All right. Okay, so there's my name. And just unload this. Okay. So as you can see, there's a, just so I can see it as well, there's now a square cut out. So we can reuse this vinyl and we can use it all, this part here. We can move our image when we need to. So I will just, so I won't trim that off. What I'm going to do is weed the weeding box around it. Swash or brush strokes, and ended up searching. Can't speak. I ended up searching brush strokes. Okay, I'll put my cover on my mat. Keep that nice and protected. All right, so we've got our brush strokes and we've got our Mrs. Berry. So let's put this piece on first. So I'm just going to get my transfer tape. Okay, good question. So just grab this question. So DE, hope I'm saying that right, is asking, what is smart vinyl? So the smart vinyl is, you can cut it on the other machines, but it's specifically designed for the Joy because you don't need a mat. You can feed it directly into the machine. So it comes in the adhesive vinyl, the iron-on as well, and there's also writable labels and things like that. There is infusible ink, which is sized for the Joy, but you need a mat to put that on. But yeah, it just means you don't need mats. You just feed it in, all the different colors, whatever, and you're good to go. So hopefully that answers your question. Where's my weeding tool? Okay, so let's grab this. Let's try and grab this off here, and hopefully it will work. And get my transfer tape to come off. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there. I'm just going to try burnishing it with my finger first, because obviously I don't want it to burnish too much against the rest of the vinyl, because I don't really want, obviously the rest of the vinyl is not going to come up. I just want that middle piece, that middle section to come away from with the transfer tape. So let's see if we can make this work. Now, the backing on the smart vinyl is thicker as well. So just go slowly. Okay, there we go. So it worked. There we go. We've got our vinyl. We're not wasting any. we can totally put another design on the other side of there as well. Because you can also see that you do lose a bit of that real estate on the top of the vinyl because it's got to feed it in. So again, we're minimizing our wastage, which is awesome. And now we'll pop this on our keyring. So excuse my fat head if it's in the way. Just eyeballing this. Oh, oops, it's going down now. All right, and then I'm just going to burnish it with my fingers. Now, the one thing I do if I can avoid it is what I do is I burnish with my fingers with acrylic rather than using my burnishing scraper tool. And the reason being is that sometimes a scraping tool can scratch the acrylic if it's a bit rough. You know, they can get a little bit rough around here. So if I can get away with it, I'll just use my fingers. Hopefully that worked. And I can't use the same piece of transfer tape. There's a couple of bubbles on there because I need the strong transfer tape. So we'll do the back now. So I'm just going to remove, or the front rather. I'm just going to remove the protective covering. Trying not to engage my weeding tool because it can scratch the acrylic, but I can't pick up this one. Don't use a weeding tool if you can avoid it, but I'm just conscious of not taking all day. There we go, get started. So remember, your acrylics always have this protective covering on both sides. And I've got a couple of bubbles on mine, which I'll work out after today. And then we're going to pop our name on, which is a little bit of transfer tape here. Yes, so the brush strokes, yes, available in Design Space. Once you find one as well in the images, you can view image sets and you can see all of the different versions of it. So just click on the little eye icon on the bottom right of an image that you like, and then that'll give you some options. Let's see, Mrs. Berry. For those of you who saw my cardstock lion that I made for my niece, the mandala, I actually made another one for Mrs. Berry because she won't be at school next year because she is very pregnant and she's having a little girl. Sure it's all coming off. Okay. Again, just using my fingers to do the burnishing. Try and work out some of those bubbles while I can. And remove that. Oh, that looks great. The pink and the mint looks mint. So there we go. A lovely little pink colour there. And then I'll add on this little mint tassel. So super cute. And then we've got our notebook as well, which is well and truly cooled down. We'll take that off. We left it a bit long. And again, we've got our lovely embellishment there on the back, and then lovely embellishment now on the front with her name. So lovely and personalised. So there we go. There's our projects for today. I think that's all I had. Let me just check the questions in the comments. Again, if you like this video and you want to see more, by all means, give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. So, someone's using shimmer for the first time. Yes, it does weed really, really well, the shimmer as well. It's a good, reliable vinyl. It's beautiful. It's not thick. As I say, it's permanent. But it weeds, it cuts. It does a really, really good job. Hey, Kevin, all the way. We've got people here from Michigan. We've got people here from all the way from London. So thanks for tuning in. Lovely to see it. Lisa loved the weeding box tip, so I hope you use it. Happy Sunday to you, Linda. Lisa, first time Christmas crafting with the Cricut, and you're way behind. Too many ideas and not enough time. So procrastination, that's the thing that we do. What I suggest you do is you write a list, and in fact, I'll go and grab my diary if I got it. I got a new diary the other day at the Spotlight sale, and what I've done is I've written down a list of all the things that I need to make and start crossing things off. Because when you first start, you just, oh my gosh, you're screenshotting, you're making Pinterest boards, you've got all of these fabulous ideas, you're downloading files, you're uploading into Design Space, but you're not making anything, right? And we all do it, right? So write everything on the list, start at the top and just start ticking things off. And the best thing you can do, time management 101, start at the top and do that one first before you don't cherry pick and go, oh, I'm going to do this now. Just go to the top of the list. And if you have to rewrite the list so it's in the right order, if you want to start moving things around, that's fine. But just start going down the list and crossing them off, and you'll just feel amazing for it as well. And the Joy bats, they are so cute, right? And everything's so teeny tiny and cute. And again, Harvey Norman, I think so again, go to Scissors Paper Pull on Facebook. You could win a Cricut Joy. Fabulous machine. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous machine. Was that a question for me or just a quote? All right. Gail's got a 90th for her mum next week. Fabulous. Love it. Happy birthday, mum. All right, guys, look, thanks so much for joining me. Next Thursday, I will be live for Cricket for Australians Thursday Night Live at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time here on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out as well. I'm going to be doing something New Year's Eve. Now, this has been a hell of a year. So I've got my plan, which is the reason I'm still a bit teasy about it and not giving you all the facts, is because I want to do something that kind of, I guess, celebrates the next year rather than just, Happy New Year. But I have ordered something and I don't know if it's going to be here on time. So keep your fingers crossed that everything arrives, because it's going to be a really cool project and it's a really cool thing that we're working with that we haven't really seen before and that you guys are going to want as well, which is really cool. So hopefully it all comes together. But have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Sunday, end of the weekend. And let me know in the comments if you've got any more questions, and I'll get back to you as well. I will share these projects on my Facebook page, but also don't forget, and around hopefully in the next 20-30 minutes, the Cricut Design Space tip of 2020, I'm going to be posting that in the group. So we're posting that in my YouTube channel. So again, subscribe and you'll get notified. All right, take care. See you later.